It's November here in Szpakowo, and this month it turns out there's almost too much to do. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, as some interesting things keep happening, it seems. Yeah, there's always something. You can find a link to this series in the description or in the comments below, and of course, check out the channel page for other farming series you might like. So I didn't get as much done last month as I wanted to get done. So this milk here. Yeah, last month, if you recall, we were down at the new farm location. Now, I haven't added no new buildings or roads or anything there. I've gotten some stuff there organized a little better, and we'll be going down there now. Now, if you'll recall, we harvested that soybean field that was there on the land, and I said I was going to turn that into a grass field. And we'll be down there here in a minute, and I'll show you what I mean. Well, one thing I forgot, see, I checked to see, is there still time to harvest grass this year? Yeah, there is, but what I neglected to notice is that there was no more time to plant grass. Apparently September was the last time to plant grass. So I guess that field's going to be empty over the winter, but it's okay. I want to put lime down on a couple of fields. That one doesn't need lime, but the field that we just harvested and combined that was wheat, the one we just cultivated last episode with the big bud, that needs lime because that field's kind of in three parts. There was the original part, which was oats the first year, and then we replanted it wheat, and then the expansion, it's good. And then there's the third part that's we just added last month. Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's a field that's grown in three stages over the last year or so. And now that it's all one field, we want to put lime down there so that it's all on the same stage of that. So we're going to put lime on that this month. And also our field down south by where we park our mowing equipment. And, I haven't looked this month at contracts. Oh, I also want to harvest corn this month. That's right. There's my neighbor Nick with the cattle farm. I'm going to harvest his cornfield because I just love harvesting corn, and I'm sure he'll pay us some for that as well, of course. So having a look at the contracts for November. Hit refresh, but I'm not going to see. It's just baling. Here in Szpakowo, pretty much baling year-round. You'll see a couple harvest contracts poke their head out. Early in the year, you'll see some. I'm really learning to love those because I do so much baling. I'm learning to love the cultivating contracts. Those are fun because you get to do something different. You'll see those early in the year, but pretty much from late spring on this map, about all you're going to see is baling contracts. Yeah, I know we don't live here anymore, but it's a nice shortcut from the road we took from the milk sell point. Yeah, it's a nice shortcut to just jog across the main road through that garage and back here to back down to our farm at its new location. Yeah, so I got this field harvested, of course, which was at the end of last episode, I believe. Harvested. I ran the disc harrow over it. I got another layer of fertilizer on it, so it should be 100%, I thought. Well, parts of it are, parts of it are not. Well, either way, we can't plant it now anyway, but it's been disc harrow and fertilizer, and we can't plant anything, we can't plant grass until next year, so that's okay. I wanted this to be something we could drive over so we can get our vehicles from our farm to the road, and also something to supply the cows. Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking of supplying cows, we need to make TMR as well. Yeah, we just sold all this milk, and I was just thinking that. The milk comes from the cows, and, well, to make milk, the cows need food, right? So let's park this. I think we can park this up here out of the way. Oh, we got some manure. Let's check on this. Let's see what status of TMR would be. There's lots of stuff to do this month, actually. It may be November, but there's lots of things to do. All right, so manure, because I just used all that we had to fertilize that field. Is this going to tell me how much manure we have? Nah, it's not. Does it if I mouse over this? Yeah, we've got 1 scoop of manure. Yeah, well, that's okay. They're hard at work producing more. So on the cattle feed front, let's see. You know what we need? Here's one thing we can do. We need a new TMR mixer. This thing's just too small. We've got 15 cattle now. Maybe this was fine when we had 5 cattle, but now, at least last I checked, we've got 15. I think this one here would be a good upgrade. This holds a little more than twice the amount of the one we have. So say if we put like 5,000 hay and 5,000 silage, then that leaves us, which is a good like 2 scoops of each, then that gives us, should have enough room for the straw to have a good mix. When I looked at the various sizes here, it's like, which one gives us a good size where we could use even shovelfuls? And this is big enough, and I think pretty much does that. And there, how much is that? Another $3,000. We can get a couple more cubic meters. We've got the money, and we're going to have more money. So let's go ahead and do that, because this is simply just too small. If you recall the small batches we were making in this previously at our old farm, then yeah. So let's grab our tractor and let's go trade in that TMR mixer. Yeah, that cost a pretty penny, like 27,000, I think, maybe. It's okay. We're gonna get some money this December from the Christmas presents, which we're gonna go around the map and find. Right now, well, we've got hay, we've got straw, and we've got plenty of silage. Look at that mountain of silage over there. Yeah, so let's grab the tractor and let's see what we can get trading in our old silage mixer or TMR mixer. Yeah, really, so many things to do. I started here, you know, listing off the things we were going to do this month, and then I just kept thinking of more things, and I honestly didn't think there was this much to do as we have to do. And look at this. Oh man, it's going to be nice to mix our first batch of TMR here, do all the, you know, the first things that we do here at this farm, because this new farm location, we have so much room to get stuff done. And I'll keep an eye out for opportunities to put in new gravel roads here, new parking areas, new things like that, you know, like as we use the various facilities I have here, look for opportunities to make things more convenient. Yeah, like when I made this parking area here, I kind of didn't realize how tight it was going to be against that bunker. You might want to, for instance, move that wheel loader over or something like that. For now, let's get this over to the store, which is actually literally right at the end of our property, but there's a fence there we can't get through, so let's drive around. So I just wanted to take a second here and thank you guys for watching this video, and to say that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, and it would be great and help the channel so much if you'd click that subscribe button if you enjoy the content here. If you think the channel here looks like a channel with more than 1,000 subs, why not sub and help me get to that number? Thanks. And as I drive around the edge of this field, I realize that I could have straight... Oh, geez, I wasn't in the right mindset. Yeah, I could have driven directly across the... Yep, I could have driven right across this to over there. Holy jeez. Well, yeah, like I just... as I get used to the flow of this new farm, yeah, and that's just going to be grass, so we'll be able to drive over that. I figure it's handy. It's right there by the cattle pen. It'll be grass. And we can drive over it, park vehicles on it if we have to. Oh, geez. I drove around the whole thing. All right, now let's back this up to the shop here. And I don't remember how much I paid for this. It was probably like last year or something. Let's see. They will give us, oh, not bad at all. A little over 10 grand for that. Well, that definitely, yeah, it took a chunk out of the cost here. So this is great, 14,000 liter capacity. Hopefully our bucket loads from our wheel loader and our bale sizes will allow us to make good even ratios. You know, I'm hoping I can go like, oh, I don't know, like 1 bale to 2 shovel loads, you know, without having to like do any kind of measuring or half portions or anything like that. It's nice if I can just go even bale, you know, 2 even shovel loads and then toss in some straw. You know, I want to grab some mineral feed. I forgot about that. I don't know how important it is, but we're right here. We can totally grab a pallet and take that home with us. If I can get my trailer straight and back out. There we go. Yeah, don't reverse with one hand while you're talking. All right, so while we're here at the store, let's get us one of these. Ah, right here. Silage additive. No, not that. That's what I'm looking for. I completely went past the... Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Now, you can absolutely pick up these pellets with the manure fork like I have. Will it stay balanced on there the entire way to the farm? I think so. I think so. Yeah, we got it. So let's take this back to the farm. Yeah, we've got some of this. There's actually like, at where our farm used to be, again, it wasn't exactly a farm or house in town where that used to be. well, where that is, you know. We've got the remnants of one of these pallets, but there's only enough there for like not even a batch. So I guess the new owner of that property can just keep what's there. It's not even worth going to get. So a new pallet of this. Oh, hello, car. I get in a hurry sometimes, and I just kind of wheel out onto the road without even putting on my signals or anything, and that's a really bad habit to be in. Yeah, very bad habit to be in. However, I definitely am going to remember to shortcut across the field here, and we'll get this set up. Now, we're going to need... Oh, yeah, we need something to hook this to. Well, not really. Yeah, we don't have another tractor here. If you guys have seen me mix TMR before, then you know I like to have it hooked up to a tractor to run the mixer, but we don't have another tractor here with a PTO, so we're just gonna use the... Let me think here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to use the tractor, and I'll just hook it up and mix it good in between stages or something like that. We'll figure it out. Let's drop this off, like, right here. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys a little mistake that I made. You remember when we first came down here, we were bringing down bulk materials, and I was looking for a place to put the manure, and I didn't know where to put the manure, which is silly because, yeah, I didn't think to put it over there behind the cattle barn. I don't know why. So I dumped it over here. Well, I did something that you want to be careful not to do. Don't do this. I put the manure like right here. Well, I decided to move it down where it spawns behind the cattle shed. That's the logical place, obviously. So I started scooping it and moving it down there. Well, in my scooping it, of course, some of it got pushed, and it got pushed off my property, and now we can't pick that up. It's not much there. I mean, there's probably like maximum 5,000 liters there at most. But yeah, it's not, yeah. Oopsie. Yeah, so we're down a little bit of manure. All right, so our mixer there holds 14,000 liters. So let's get an idea for what one scoop of silage will look like. 2,500. All right, so we can get 2,500 liters of silage in a scoop. Let's see how big our bales are. I'm hoping we can make this with nice round numbers. Let's find out here. Whoops. But, wait. Oh, there we go. Actually, let's just take both of these. All right, so here I meant to only take one, but, so here we've got 9,000 liters. I think. So if that's too much. Yeah, I mean, we can make a ratio work, but not with a limit of 14,000, obviously. So I'll get that one fixed. All right, so 4,500 liters. I was hoping to do it in nice round numbers. I was hoping these bales would be like 5,000 liters, and well, they're not. So we're gonna take one of these. It's close enough. I think it's close enough. We're gonna take one of these and 2 shovelfuls from the wheel loader and see how that does. Let's put this in here first. And then I'll hook the tractor up so we can run it and get it mixing for when we put in the silage. There we go. All right, now let's get this turned on. Eat that bale up, get that bale chewed up in there. We'll put in 2 shovelfuls of this. And then we should just be able to throw in a dash of straw like... oh, I don't know, maybe a couple thousand liters of straw. I'll have to see. The straw will actually kind of want to measure. The straw and the mineral feed will want to kind of actually measure. Now, we only want to put in a couple thousand liters of the straw, like I said, so... Let's see. You know what? We've got the mixer running. We're already driving this. Can I spike a bale with this thing, do you think? You know, I kind of doubt it, but maybe I can gingerly scoop one up. I actually don't know. I've not tried to use this with a bale yet, so I don't know. There's always experimentation. Boy, this thing moves slow. Come on. Let's see if we can kind of scoop us out of bale here. There we go. With enough determination. Oh no. Oh no. With enough determination. Oh no. Okay, well. Alright. I'll get the tractor. You know, yeah, I could have disconnected this and just stabbed that bale real quick, and that's what we're going to have to do. Oh, there's no way to get down in there from here. Nope, we're going to have to go around the other way. See, that right there, that's from that relief down there. That's from when we put it in, see, when we put in the cow enclosure / garage, it kind of had a big footprint, and there's a lot more terrain here than I thought there was. So we had a bit of a, it put a bit of a relief in the hill here. But I got it nice and fenced off, got the terrain pretty leveled out, and we can get a tractor back here. But it all looks pretty nice. It comes together, and we can get around it with the tractor. So here we've got 9,000 liters of straw. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut this bale open over here. It's just going to make this the easiest way to do this. Let's put this... You know, I don't want to have it out in the middle of everything, but I think we're safe to say put it right here. I'm going to go grab the wheel loader because, well, I keep it over here anyway, and it'll just be one even bucket load from that. It'll be easy. Honestly, I'm amazed I got this shovel here under that bale and got it scooped up. It's kind of too bad I couldn't finish what I was trying to do, but I was just amazed I was able to get that in the bucket. All right, now we just need... Oh, not even a full scoop of this, just... Yeah, I know it looks like a big mountain, but when you start taking out of it, you see that it's really, you know, straw is not very dense, obviously. That's more than enough there. This should be good. And then we'll put in, I don't know, a couple 100 liters of the mineral feed. And then this will be enough to feed our cattle for a minute, you know. That should be good there. All right, so we've got 11,684. So we'll put this, so put a couple 100 liters of this in here. All right, and let's put in, let's go up to maybe, about there. All right. And I haven't checked the mix yet. You know, that's probably something you should do, but I'm pretty confident in my recipe. Let's see how it looks. Pretty darn good, you know, honestly. Yeah. You can eyeball TMR pretty well, you know, about equal amounts silage and hay, about half that much in straw. So let's get this in here to our cattle. Oh, this is going to be the tricky part because of where I put the cow shed here. Yeah, see, I put it a little close to this road. And that was kind of a mistake. So you know what? Yeah, I know what. Let's come from the other side. It's really hard to turn in from here, especially with the loader on the front of the tractor. So you're making that turn and getting this in there because you see how tight that is. You got to get in there exactly straight. And I made the mistake there on the road. I didn't make that mistake here in the back. You'll notice the driveway out the back, I made it long and straight for just this reason, so that it's easier to get through here. But for whatever reason, I did put it a little close to that road. Yeah, just get a ways up that gravel road there, the path, and just get it nice and straight, and we'll have a nice straight shot through to our cattle. And I'm going to want to check and see what side is this. There we go. Yeah, we want to... All right, let's feed some hungry cattle. There you go, cattle. Whoa. You see that thing tilt when I turned it on? That's some torque right there. Yeah, you see that stuff spewing out? Yeah, that's some... This one's... Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a new mixer. Yeah, I think it's got some torque. You see it twist on that axle. I guess. Yeah, it's really cranking it out. The old one didn't do that. The old one discharged up front. It just kind of Yeah. But think about it. This one holds almost 3 times as much because the old one held 5,000. This holds 14,000. So right there, you know, the small amount of work I did there, we could have done almost 3 loads in the other one. All right. Shut that down. There you go, cattle. You know, would it be easier just to back out of this? You know, it might just. I didn't leave enough headroom by the road. It's the thing. Yeah, wow. Yeah, one adjustment and we got out. There we go. Just hook it around back here, I guess. Piece of cake. All right. There's so much to do this November. I didn't even realize when I started this episode how much there was to do this November, but the cattle are good. They have got 28,000 liters of feed, apparently. Yeah, they weren't like starving. They had TMR, but now they're good. Now they got more TMR. That's good. All right, make me some milk. Let's get this parked back on this little paved area I got up here. And I want to have a look at, you know, I wonder how much lime we have. You know where we were up at the beginning of the episode where I was selling the milk? Well, that's where we buy lime from. See, we got to put lime down on a couple fields, as I mentioned. I hope that, well, the thing is, we're going to have to go back up there regardless because there's no way I have enough lime for 2 fields. Yeah, I did not allow enough room. Well, you know, when I built this, it wasn't exactly... I'm just taking the tractor back and forth. Yeah, there's not really enough room to turn around here. We're going to have to raise the lifter, the loader. Well, that's okay. I'll get used to this farmyard. Maybe we can start parking some different things there or something. All right, so that's the cattle fed. Yeah, however much lime we have, there's no way it's enough. There's a field down here that needs lime. Well, let's have a look and see what we've got. Yeah, that's enough lime for like 1 pass down the field, honestly. So, one thing is, you know, I'd like a place to store it down here. Yeah, you know, a place to store lime would be great. And I've got an idea. We've got a whole section of our back lot back there I didn't know what to do with. We can make it like a lime pit. I see no reason why not. Because the lime purchase point is pretty far from here. And lime is something, you don't need it often, but when you do need it, you need a lot, you know? And I'm sure some of the other farmers wouldn't mind having, you know, a lime supply closer to their farms than way over yonder northwest of here. So I'm going to get this, both of these hooked up. We're going to go up to the lime point. I'm going to fill both of these with lime. That's enough for our fields for the foreseeable future, and honestly, any other local farmer down here in this part of town, and they need some lime, they can use ours too. Lime's cheap, and this will save us trips, you know, in the near future. You know, and the whole time we've been here, we've only had to come down here and buy lime twice, and when we did, it was just filled up, you know, just the regular bed of this truck. But now we've got bigger fields. But this should be good. Yeah, this should be good for the foreseeable future. I think it's safe to say. Now, I think the easiest way to do this is going to be drop this off and fill this up and then fill that up. I think it's going to be, without a doubt, the easiest way. I will take 20,000 liters of your finest lime. Wow, this takes a minute to fill up. I mean, seriously. And I just realized, yeah, so I keep saying December, we're going to get money. Yeah, we are. I just realized, hey, that's next month. Sweet. Yeah, because we're going to spend some money here because, well, this doesn't cost much. How much is it? Oh, yeah, so this will be $5,200, $5,400 total for both the truck and the trailer. But we're going to have to spend, I want a bigger bucket to move it. I mean, hey, bigger fields, more bulk materials. We're going to need a bigger bucket to move it. That's going to cost us some money. I'll have to check in that. But, you know, it's cool. And we're going to have to buy us a corn header, too, because I want to plant corn this coming year. That's okay. Buying new tools and stuff like that to work new crops and new fields. It's always fun. So let's get this filled up. and we'll just do a little number like this in our back lot. But I'm going to see if I can get some like cinder block walls or something like that to kind of contain it so that it doesn't flow onto the neighbor's property and then I can't scoop it up. Yeah, because when I said I want to have like a lime pit in our back area there, that was my first thought, was what happened with the manure. So I'll see what I can do, but I'll try to get it like contained in some concrete walls or something so that doesn't happen. All right, and this is, there we go. That is an absolute, that's a lot of lime. And one thing when you're moving lime, never underestimate how incredibly heavy it is. This outweighs the truck 3 times over. So we're going to take it easy on the way back home for sure. Have you guys ever loaded enough lime that you can't actually pull it? Because I have made that mistake. I have taken too big a trailer with not enough power in the tractor, and I got it kind of high-centered coming out of because the trailer, I should say, was riding kind of low because of the weight of the lime, and it kind of high-centered, like see like this entrance ramp. It wasn't on this map, but it was similar to the situation here. The trailer high-centered coming over that onto the road, and the tractor didn't have enough power to pull it out. I was in a real conundrum. That was in a different map, but that can happen. And then if you guys will recall, I think it was the first series on this channel, Big Flats, Texas, when we had that huge lime spreader, that huge, I guess was it a John Deere lime spreader, and we had that, crap, what tractor was that? And it wouldn't even pull it. It was actually turning its tires in place and wouldn't even pull it. That was ridiculous. Yeah, you got to watch lime sometimes. Well, have you ever thought of a trailer so heavy that you literally can't pull it with a John Deere 8? So I'm going to get this carefully back to the farm. But yeah, I'm driving in first person because to get through these trees, you see, it's hard to get a good camera angle coming through these trees. And if I were to accidentally like hit one of these trees, this thing could jackknife, and I could have a big problem getting it out. I've had it happen. Oh, and you know what? I just thought I'm coming up here to the turn to our farm. Well, yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this. This is going to be grass right here. Obviously, right now it's nothing. It's going to be grass. Yeah, we can just go straight through this and not have to. Oh, that's so nice. Not have to turn there. That's beautiful coming down that road with big equipment. So I'm going to build us something back here. See what we can do for a place to dump this lime. But look at all this room we've got back here. We got plenty of room to store lime. And our property goes all the way back to this fence, or just about. You know, we could do something like this. I mean, this is just a straight up lime tank, you know. Of course, I think it's a buy point. I'm not a fan of buy points on my farm. I don't like those. It feels cheap to me. I want just one I can store in, and I probably can with that. If I have that in my selection, you probably can, but it does say buy lime. I just kind of want something to keep it from, you know, flowing everywhere. Now, I'm wondering if I built like a bunker silo or a manure heap, it'd be, say I put a manure heap down here, it'd be too far from any cattle pen to function as a manure heap. I figure it'd work just fine to hold lime in it, wouldn't it? I mean, it's got concrete walls. Oh my. Well, I didn't foresee that. And, alright, so looks like I assumed wrong. It looks like I assumed wrong. Yep, I did. Well, that's been known to happen. Alright, well, luckily I have a mod for times just like this. It is called Full Refund, and it'll let us refund this for the price we paid for it. There we go. I think that's just like an essential mod. I mean, come on, sometimes you build something and it's just not what you wanted or whatever. I mean, that clearly, yeah. Luckily, that's just going to be a grass field that didn't cut into any crops or anything. That was all completely unforeseen. All right, so I thought I had a mod that lets me build concrete block walls. I don't. Well, the thing is, when I started it here in Szpakowo, I pretty much disabled like everything but what I thought I would need, you know. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to dump this out, and we're just going to be careful with it. And that's all there is to that. Yeah, we'll just be careful not to push it off our property. Simple as that. And I totally should have dumped the truck first. Yeah, well, lesson learned there. That'll do for now. We'll just be mindful when we scoop it out with a loader. I think for a good bucket, I think this is good right here. I can get bigger buckets, but this one goes with our loader. And, you know, so no conflicts there, and it's big enough, and it's the right price. Honestly, didn't think I'd get one this cheap. So $3,300. We're just going to go ahead and buy that. And here pretty soon, we'll be shoveling lime. You know, it's too bad. Yeah, driving to the store at the breakneck speed of 12 miles an hour. I can see the bucket. See it right there? Right there, literally on the other side of that fence. Yeah, but we got to drive around. So I'm going to go get that, and we'll get this loaded. Actually, you know, yeah, it says the max speed is 12 miles an hour, but in reality, yeah, it goes 9 miles an hour. You know, I better go get the... I'm going to go grab the tractor and get the lime spreader up here so we can load this. Now, something I just thought of. I don't know what the capacity of this lime spreader is. Actually, I can see it looks like, what, about 9,000? Looks like it's going to be about 9,000 liters maybe. And then there's another thing there. I could have gotten a bigger bucket for the loader, but now that I'm thinking about it, since it is that we're loading lime, it's probably a good thing I didn't go all the way and get a bigger bucket. You know, as I was talking earlier about the weight, it is really way too easy to get, overload yourself with lime. Yeah, that's true. See, I could have gotten a bucket that was possibly twice this size, and then you have the problem of, yeah, it's too heavy. Yeah, so you know what? Maybe it's a good thing I went for this size. We're still going to want to be a little careful, even though this thing weighs a good deal. We'll see how it takes this. So it should take probably not quite 2 of these. Are we good moving this? Yeah, see, this is a heavy loader. It'll be good moving this. Boy, this bucket looks bigger than that spreader, doesn't it? There we go. That is so much faster. You know, it's worth the $3,000 to get a bigger bucket for this. Because that right there would have been like 3 loads, you know, with the front loader there on the tractor. And sometimes tractors can have a hard time lifting even 1,000 liters of lime sometimes, you know, without a weight on the back or something. Like, I don't know if you've ever been out in your field picking, you know, rocks, and then your rock picker gets full, so you kind of dump them out in the pile. You ever done that? And then driven out there with a skid steer to scoop them up and found out that your skid steer can't even lift 1 bucket of rocks? Yeah, well, lime is basically just powdered rocks, right? Except it's fine powder, so technically it's way more dense. It's first time I tried to mess with this stuff and saw how heavy it was, I thought about it that way. I was like, well, technically it's just kind of like really dense rocks. We're taking this to our field right down there where our silo is. And do we have a more powerful tractor that can run this? Let me have a look at this hitch. Yeah, you know, we do. This tractor's not doing so good pulling this, not even just straight down the road. It's really not. Luckily, we've got the Big Bud parked right down here. And this will be the perfect machine to run that lime spreader. The tractor, it was pretty sluggish on that road. I mean, it was real sluggish. You know, that tractor weighs 7 tons with 170 horsepower. And if it was struggling pulling it straight down the road, man, look at this thing just kicking up the dirt. Now, this is a good machine to spread this with. But you know, yeah, that trailer still outweighs this Big Bud. So yeah, this field down here, it's going to be corn next year. And it's about, I think, I estimate that the plowed area here is about 2 hectares. I don't remember what the working width of this spreader is. Oh, you know what? We could expand the working width of this spreader with some spreading discs. And I opted out of that when I purchased it because we were short on money. I think we're still good, but because they're not cheap to get those spreading discs. Let's see what kind of work width we have on this guy here. Because I don't know how to even guesstimate it. Okay, lime always goes faster than this. Maybe it's this particular spreader. Well, I'm not going to complain. I ain't complaining. yeah, this thing is being sluggish with it too. You look at it turning. Why is it doing that? I don't know, but it's pulling me around. It is. You know, I gotta say something. I'm not sure about this spreader. Well, I don't think it's using it at a realistic rate. I just don't think that it is. So real talk here, this lime spreader does have unrealistic storage options, which I did not opt for. I opted for like the smallest storage option for it to try to be realistic. But I'll tell you, that is not a realistic usage rate. It's just not. And I know lime is heavy, as I've said many times, but it is yanking this thing around like a beast. It's only like, this has got a 9,000 capacity. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here it is in the store. See, it's made by 82 Studio, so I figured to be reliable. You know, I figured because 82 Studio makes good, reliable, I mean, mostly known for their trucks, right? Great, reliable trucks. So I see that mod author name, but, you know, I don't think it's a realistic spreader. Here it is in the store. And I don't think, see, I don't like to use things I don't think are going to be, so we might be changing this out. I mean, I'll use it for now, but we're going to get this field here spread, and then I'll be changing this out. Yeah, so I guess if you download this particular lime spreader, be aware of this. I wasn't. I saw the name of a reputable mod author, and I was like, oh, this will be fine. And hey, maybe it is fine, but I want a little more, yeah. But that's okay. I'm having fun out here with the big bud, getting this spread out. And, you know, by the time I could really kind of rectify anything, this field would be covered anyway. And besides, we've got enough lime to cover this field. Regardless of spread rate, we've got enough lime. So we'll finish this field with the lime. I'll get this traded in. Next time you see me spreading lime, we'll be using a different spreader. It's all good. Back wheels are struggling. Yeah, right there they spun a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. It's a lot to pull. That's why I had trouble, I said earlier, in Big Flats, Texas, but that lime spreader, and I looked it up, and from everything I could find, the lime spreader I was using there at that particular time in Big Flats, Texas, was a real thing. I like to use real equipment whenever I can. I mean, again, you know, that's why I was worried about this spread rate. The point is, as far as I could tell, the one I was using in that particular time, it was a real one. It just had a very large capacity, and I guess you just need a really big machine to pull it. Yeah, so this is like top speed with this thing. Look at this. This is like top speed. I got my foot to the floor. That's just crazy. Now, that said, this big bud, and I don't think I ever told you guys how much power it has. This is a 450. This big bud has 450 horsepower. I know a lot of people are familiar with a much larger model of this tractor. This is the 450. This is actually a production model big bud. Some of you may have thought it's like the 1100 horsepower one, of which there's only one in the world. No, it is not that one. This is a production big bud 450. So, you know, it maybe doesn't have as much horsepower as you thought it did. I mean, maybe you're wondering, why is he having trouble pulling that with that huge tractor? Well, the tractor is really no bigger and actually less powerful than, say, like a Case Steiger or something. But yeah, look at the tire spin there. They really didn't make 700 horsepower tractors back in the 70s like they do now, you know. Yeah, so I'm going to get this back to the farm. And next time you see me spread lime, which will be probably next episode, probably in December, we'll have a different lime spreader, something more realistic. Again, you know, 82 Studio makes great mods, and hey, any of their trucks, I'm sure everyone knows the name of their trucks because I've used them for years. They're on the modhub. They make great, excellent, high-quality trucks. But this lime spreader is fine. It's just doesn't have the realistic spread rate for me. So I'll be returning this, and next time we'll be using something different. It's no big deal. If I can get this thing back to the road, it was driving. Yeah, look at the back tire spinning. It was driving fine on the road. Let me get this on the road. It's probably because I was in field conditions there, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, look at it. It's going fine now, just on the field. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. You know, there was so much more to do in November than I thought. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode as we just kind of, we got some stuff done that needed to be done. And yeah, there's that. There's really no field work to do. Oh, you know what? No, there's that cornfield to harvest. We got that cornfield to harvest. That's right. And I don't even have a corn header for the harvester. And there's not one for sale here, so we're going to be buying one at full price, I guess. So I will catch you guys. There's going to be another episode this November, I guess. Yeah, we're going to have another November episode. Let's do a corn harvest for sure. You know, there was so much to do in November. I forgot to get to a lot of it. And there's more yet, of course. So we'll have another episode. We'll do some corn harvest and get some, you know, typical farming done. Today was a lot of field work. Well, next we'll have some I feel like corn harvesting is some good, honest field work I'd like to get done. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, I really appreciate it if you subscribe. If you're watching, I really think that most of the viewers aren't subscribed, and it really, really helps out more than you could think. So if you appreciate the content that I do, it'd be a huge help if you subscribe and show your appreciation to the channel. Just click that one little button. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time for another episode of November here on the farm.